Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to part 3 of our introduction to G6 video. This has been ripped from Twitch and I am absolutely delighted to provide this to you. This is going to go through showing you the hazard systems, explaining how hazards work. We're going to talk about research. We're going to talk about officers. We're going to talk about crewing for G6. There's so much information in here, as well as some other little nuggets that aren't just going to be applicable to G6. There's going to be some interesting stuff in here for players of all ranges. I want to say here an absolutely massive thank you to BK for joining us on a huge portion of the stream and basically giving us the insights as a veteran G6 player. Thank you so much, BK. It wouldn't have been half as informative without you. Samo drops by, obviously Silvus and Mini are here as well. So let's just join in. Remember, this is on Twitch, so you may see the odd sound alert. I apologise for that. I've tried to cut as many of them out as I can. Please let me know down in the description what you thought of our introduction to G6, and also let me know what you want me to go into in more detail. Do you know what I mean? So like, do you want me to do a separate video on hazards? Do you want me to do a separate video on crewing? Let me know what you want to see a more specific video on, and obviously I can try and do that over the coming weeks to help people out. Towards the end of the video, I will show you a couple of really quick progress updates. Remember, this is going to be quite a long one. It is a long, we've ripped this from a 3-hour Twitch stream, so it is quite a long video. So please bear with us. There's so much information in here. But right at the end, I will give you an update as to where I am now, about 5 weeks on from when this video was recorded, just to show you what sort of progress you can make in around 5 weeks. Enjoy, everybody. Sit back, grab a brew, and relax while we go through our final installment of the introduction to G6. Thank you very much. Hopefully, in a while, we're going to get BK on, and BK is going to show me how to G6, because we need help with it. We need help. I tested out a couple of crews. They sucked, so I went to Pike Maroti. Data was one that worked quite well for me, but I'm going to show you some dailies, obviously, because I've not collected any of those. I'm going to show you some Refinery and things like that, and see where we go with it. So things like this, like the G6 Crystal Refinery, it pays out such a paltry amount. I'm not even doing it. Paltry amount of common. I'm not doing it because I get miles more from events. So I'm not going to do that. We are going to see some G6 presets added to the tool once I actually know how to crew for them. Because obviously I need to be able to do that. So I'm still pulling my G5 because I still need to, because what I have told myself here is that I need to work on my Enterprise D. My Enterprise D needs so much love, it is unreal. I need to make it bigger, stronger, better. Those figures remind me of Europe's 15. I know. I know. Look at that. So I can get 22, 44, or 222 common. Ugh. How shocking is that? Absolutely awful. Have you got 3 accounts now? Jesus. You are a sucker for punishment. Claim off 4-star bits. Yo nuts, how are you, buddy? Hope you are good. Alright, ship parts. Oh, look, so my ship part refinery now is absolutely bloody massive. How long that is. So I've now got G6 Explorer, obviously all that sort of stuff. I've now got hazard particles into interceptor parts, which hazard particles we're going to talk about tonight in terms of research. And obviously I've got all the normal stuff that I had beforehand as well. Chilling and killing. Sounds like you're playing STFC. The refines look pretty standard for the start of a generation. Yeah, I just don't see the point in even pulling them yet. And because I've got no intention of moving into above 61 for such a long time, I'll just sit and let that build up, ready for when uncommon gets put in there, which I think comes in at 62, but we can speak to BK when hopefully he turns up in a bit. Well, I'll talk about G6, we'll talk about mining, we'll talk about warp ranges, all that sort of fun stuff. So the first thing I need to do is repair my boats, and I'm going to show you some dailies. Because when they reset on Monday morning, after we'd upgraded on the Sunday, it was a bit of a surprise. A little bit of a surprise. So things that didn't change, obviously like power creep, I think that stayed roughly the same. Maybe the lat went up a little bit. My prime real estate, which is upgrading a station, I now get obviously Sigma steel, which is nice. So obviously then the daily, the helps and stuff, they haven't changed, so they're still paltry. 24-hour chests, not really changed. This, I think the ship XP went up a little bit just to see obviously what's changed with it. Oh, till you have it. That's nice. Love the NX01. Love the NX01. Away teams didn't change. That stayed at 1150 and 12 1-hour speed ups. Now, where it started to change, I think the X-Borg rep went up a little bit. Federation Legions tokens, they went up a tad in terms of Rhodinium and ship XP. I think that was when I hit 60 and not 61. But these are where it started to change, look, as well. So research, I'm getting 168 Sigma Dilithium, which sounds ridiculous. And if anybody's not aware of this, they chose G6 to be a reset of materials. An absolute hardcore reset of resources, sorry. So whereas everything was costing in the trillions in the late 50s, things are now costing in the thousands. So that's why when you look and you think 168 Sigma Dilithium, what on earth are you going to do with that? It is actually genuinely a reset on numbers. I think it was something to do with the fact that the game was written. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong here. It was written in like a format of 32, 64-bit or something like that, which means that it can't process more numbers than that very well. It's something to do with that, which is why I think they've done it. But also because from an economy perspective, if we started to talk about needing quadrillions for things, it just blows it out of proportion. So I think the fact that we've now gone down and things start to cost these, but then speed ups are a huge thing, and you might think, well, what are you going to do with 5-minute speed ups and 10-minute speed ups and stuff like that? I'll show you why these are so important as well. Let me get to that. My hostile hunter event. So look at this. So I need to earn 50 points for my Harbinger event by killing level 61 ships. 50 I need to do for that daily. I need to kill 50 for an hour's worth of repair speed ups.
Wow.
That sounds pants, doesn't it? And a few battleship parts, explorer parts, and interceptor parts, uncommon versions of the G6 stuff. And then the same, I had to kill 5 level 61s though for some common prints and half an hour's worth of speed up. So 5's doable, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. Hazard hunters. Now I'm hoping for when BK arrives that he can talk to me about this in some actual detail, because hazard systems are what I need to understand and where to go, what to do, because basically in a hazard system, kill 5 hostiles, 61 plus, and I start to get these hazard particles, which I can then use for research. So it's good. Also means helps are a lot less effective, 1 minute instead of 1 year. So yeah, so it's either 1 minute or 1%, whichever's greater. So it still does make some sort of a difference. But obviously build times as well, which again, I will show you in a second because I've got a building to speed up. I'll show you that it obviously feels a hell of a lot better. Spelunker, I need to mine G6. So I can do crystal gas or I can do raw resources. Or, this is a new thing, look at this. You can mine broken ship parts. So there are nodes for mining ship parts. So you can go mine the raw stuff to then go and refine it without having to kill the actual ships to get those raw parts. But then hazard excavator requires you to mine gas, crystal or ore in a hazard system to get more of the hazard particles that you need for the hazards research. Which again, we're going to go through and I'm going to show you. Because like I said, I just want to do a bit of a deep dive. I'm going to explain to you what I know, what I understand at the moment. And then obviously, hopefully we can fill in some gaps. Because this is obviously it's all new. It's new, it's interesting, it's different. And I quite like the idea of looking through it. Then the rest of the stuff's just like cloaking and all that sort of stuff. And if anybody's wondering what your dailies paid out when you got to 17 billion rep, sort of 100 billion for the small ones and 187 million for the big ones in terms of reputation and some speed ups. So just from killing your but again, look, it's 50 hostiles of 61, or I need to kill 25 hostiles of 62 pluses. Now I don't know if I can even kill 162 yet, so we could maybe test that when we go out and play. Obviously the rest of the stuff hasn't changed at all. So that's the dailies. Other things like events. Now, I don't know if it'll still be there, but I did a station event. See if it's still there. One that I finished. So I had a couple of stations. Look at this. So I had a station event that was ready to, because I had a few builds still in the queue. What's bad math? What ship minimum warp range though? Yeah, I'm going to go through my ships. I'm going to show you what all that is in a second. So it's 2 points per level, 50. So 50 61s, 17 62s. Is that what it was? Plus 2 points per level? I thought it said you got 2 points for everything above 61. No, I can't. You can't use freebooters in G6 because there's nothing big enough. You can still use them for faction dailies until you get to 17 million. Let me have a look at it again. Mimi's got me thinking now. Let's go back to that Harbinger one. Ah, right, okay, yeah, right. So, earn 50 points by killing hostiles, 1 point per kill for level 61 ships, plus 2 points for each level above 61. Ah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. So, yeah, Mimi's right. So, if I was to kill a 63, it would count as 3 points. So, I'd only need 17. No, 10. I'd need 10, wouldn't I? Because I'd be getting 5 points per. If it was 2 levels above, you'd be getting 4 plus your normal. 1 plus 2 plus 2, so you'd be getting 5 points. Right, okay. Interesting. See, reading is hard. Tibbs has got it. Reading is hard. Reading is challenging. But yeah, like that station event that I was doing, you need to do a hell of a lot more points, but luckily I had some buildings sat ready to go. But I mean, that one event now, look, if we just double the rewards at the top, it paid me 220,000 Latinum for a daily. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Oh, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. Tibbs is making a movie reference. What movie is that from? First person to get it wins Tibbs' affection. Because I don't know what it is.
Don't ask me.
Not a clue. Spaceballs, apparently.
Interesting.
But this is what my daily research event pays. So 1,600 Sigma steel, 207 billion par steel, plus obviously a few tokens, 35 G6, and look, 124 common. So more than I would have got out of my refine, more than likely, which is madness. Which is why I've decided not to do it. So where did I get to with my ship? So I managed to get my Enterprise D up to warp 982 and 727 million, call it, in strength. That's what I managed to get it up to. It is currently tier 5. I haven't got the cell key yet. So that's one of my progression key stages. It's one of my key progression stages. So I am going to get them with Klingon credits. So I know I need about 1.45 million credits because I've got 5 blueprints already. So I'm pretty much there. I'm ready to get the blueprints with Klingon. I need to get another 1.3 billion reputation, which is okay. But I also have some building requirements to be able to get to Shipyard 61. So my academy, which I'm going to speed up today, this is what I wanted to show people as well. Anybody that wasn't aware, when you speed up a standard building, which I haven't got one cooking, I can't start anything. I can't start anything that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, I don't think. What's this cost? We can do our scrapyard. So if we start the scrapyard, so if we speed up and we wanted to do a 1 day speed up, a 1 day speed up costs you 300 Latinum. Yeah? 300 Latinum. For you to do a 1 day speed up in Sigma, so a 1 day speed up for a building going to 61, you see you've got a totally different emblem, totally different button to what you have to a normal speed up, and these cost 1.5 million Latinum per day. But the difference, old building, I said it's good, it's still not good, this doesn't negate it. So you saw that my scrapyard going to 60 was 281 days. I started my academy earlier on today, probably about 5-6 hours ago, and after helps, so basically 20% off, I'm down to 3 days and 14 hours. Now obviously the little few bits of speed ups that I'm getting, like 8 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, I've got enough to be able to speed this up now, so I'm going to speed it up. But this also plays into, I think, where things like exos are going to be so important. exos and stuff are going to be so important with this sort of stuff. So we're going to speed up. What does, so 11, but I don't want to waste any. So 10, and then we want 6 hours. And we can do that for free. 7 30-day chests, you'll see more Sigma speed ups. Nice. I didn't save any because I kept claiming them because I just needed to get to 60. But correct. Oh wow, yeah. So it's not many, is it? So a 7-day chest pays me 1 hour 45 minutes, and a 30-day chest is paying 3 hours worth. It's not much, but it's something, I suppose. But whilst I'm sat at 61, I know that I'm going to be sat building up these speed ups ready for when I decide that whenever I want to push on, which is nice. So now that we've done that, I don't think I've gotten I need to get my trip vault to 61, which I can't do until we get another material spend event. So I can't show you really what I wanted to show you, but what I can show you is, here we go. So like this one, so my treasury, to get this up to level 61, and something I did notice about the treasury was, obviously normally you got a cargo increase every 5 levels. So 1%, once you get to cargo capacity 5%, it doesn't change again until 10%. But then once you get up to 60, this changed. Well, like now, I need to upgrade it to do it. But I actually get an upgrade. I got an upgrade at 60, up to 60%. And then when I go to 61, I go to 65%. So I didn't know about that. I think also multi-phases will give you a huge amount of light. Yes, we did. We saved those. We saved those, Doom. And we cashed them all in on Sunday. That's how we was able to get my Enterprise D up to tier 5 pretty much straight away. But it waxed all of my titanium, which was really, really scary. Okay. But yeah, so I mean, look at the times. So the times to do this is like 4 days and 32,000 Sigma. So 32,000 Sigma to do a building up to level 61. Whereas obviously it was costing multiple trillions of standard steel to be able to do it. So obviously if the economy looks lovely, because obviously everything's in the thousands, but obviously the amount that you're getting in payouts is obviously significantly lower as well. So
can you raid bases for Sigma?
So you can raid bases for Sigma, but the caveat to that is that you can only raid Sigma resources with a G6 ship. And the second caveat is you can only raid Sigma resources once there are no normal resources left.
So you could be going through billions and billions and billions and billions.
Basically, you've got to get through billions. Bearing in mind you're going to be raiding a G6 player, billions, if not trillions, if not quadrillions of resources before you get down to the Sigma stuff. But there again, the Sigma stuff, you imagine, right? You think now I've got my total Sigma stockpile comes to 150,000. So one run of somebody with an envoy on my cracked base would empty out all my Sigma, if not. Do you know what I mean? A maxed envoy could clear me out of Sigma. I know I'm brand new to this. Shouldn't players have converted all their stuff, or is the cooldown too long? The Sigma is one hit. Yes, exactly, Commander Taylor. So Sigma is basically one hit. I mean, you think if I sent in even a Selkie, but they don't have who uses an envoy anymore, I know. So the Selkie and all the G6 ships, it needs to be a G6 ship. Yeah, that's what I said, Stu. So that's the first thing. But you can every day also exchange resources. So there's a Sigma, everybody will be able to see this, the Sigma resources bundle, but obviously in the refinery, but it will be empty for you. And you can trade both ways. So you can change, obviously these first ones are for raw. So if you go and mine raw Sigma, you can then turn that into normal Sigma steel. Like, and same with obviously like materials in all the other generations. But here, look, you can change old steel into new steel. So you can see 2.4 trillion gets me 5,000 Sigma steel. You can exchange titanium into Sigma titanium. But at the moment, I'm doing steel this way. I'm going old to new for steel, but I'm going new to old for titanium, because at the moment I don't have a ship, and I don't foresee me having I'm not going to have a G6 proper ship for a long time. Obviously, I'm going to have the Selkie, so I'll reevaluate once I actually get it. Afternoon Rails, hope you well, mate. So at the moment, I'm exchanging Sigma Tritanium to getting normal Tritanium for my G5 ship. So I'm going backwards on Trite, and I'm going forwards on Steel. Because obviously at the moment, my goal is to get Shipyard 61 to build my Selkie. That's like one of my main goals at the moment. So Doom's saying Selkie cargo is 600,000. And what tier is that, Doom? And what ops are you? Just to give us an idea of where you're going to be at with research and other factors. Thank you so much for stopping by, Doom. You are being super helpful. 700k for your... So Rails is saying 700k for a tier 4 silver pipe down. Go study something. Claim this crap. Generators and vaults. So up to 60, obviously they still pay utter... I do call the Orion Corvette, I call it an onion courgette. And I love that name. It amuses me every time I see it. It's a G6 North Star. Oh, God, don't tell me that. Don't tell Stewie that. He'll be G6 in 2 weeks. He'll overtake me. Bloody loves an envoy. So the resources and the resource generators. So up to 60, they pay normal stuff. But once you get to 61, look, they start to produce Sigma resources, which I think is quite interesting. So once they get to 61, they stop producing old stuff. Yeah. They stop producing old stuff. Well, tier 1 stuff is what it's called by a few people that I've spoke to. So tier 1 resources are what you start using from the beginning of the game. Steel, titanium, dilithium. Tier 2 resources are Sigma. That's what it seems to be being referred to in the wider world. So if we say that, that's what we mean. He already hit build on his command center. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Stewie will be 60 by tomorrow. We all know he's minted and he could just do it. We all know that. So now I want to talk about doing some like hostiles and things. I think that'd be a good place to go. So where I've started off, I started off being very optimistic and no, and wondering if I could go in with Pike, Data, and 5 and get loot. I wondered if, thinking that my big, absolute chuffing monster of an Enterprise D. I wonder if I could go and terrorize the early systems of G6 with my 700 million power ship. Do you know, and I was thinking 61's absolute piece of urine. Do you know, and I thought, yeah, absolutely no bother. However, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. And I tested a couple of crews. So I tested running full Strange New Worlds. I tested running Janeway full synergy. So Janeway Doctor, no, not full synergy, sorry, Janeway Doctor E-Data. I tried those. And where I ended up settling was Pike, Moreau, E-Data. You thought I was going to say Chen then, didn't you? Joking. But so Pike, Moreau, and E-Data. And that's what I have, like I say, settled with. Now, in terms of lower decks, I'm very fortunate that I have Chapel now. So we can test her. How nice is that? So let me grab... Where's Pike? Pikey! Shouldn't me to call him a Pikey, should I? He might take offence. Where the hell is he?
Oh, that's it.
He's gone to 6 and he can't find anything anymore.
There's the little bleeder. Pike. Yeah. Hi, Killer. Hi, Morph. Pike with Moreau, and then group, we're going to throw E-Data on. We're going to obviously take Hugh. We're going to obviously take BLT. And the toss-up now until I get to tier 6, which I'm hoping there's a slim chance I may be able to get there this weekend. If I don't decide, because I'm still considering whether do I just stop now until the next arc and see what the officers are and then put more effort in and then go on a blitz again and see how I do for the next officer that comes up. Or do I need progression in the next couple of weeks? That's what I mean. It's a really tough call. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to play it. But we're going to run Nest Chapel below deck. So what is Nest Chapel giving me? She's giving me an additional 5% cascade. So we're going to try throwing Chapel on. And we're going to see what a tier 1 Chapel does. And I am able to promote Chapel, which is nice. And we're going to see if that makes any huge difference. Now, Silver's told me the reason we didn't go out and do any crew testing was because he told me it was going to be a 20-minute warp. It's not a 20-minute warp. It's a 6-minute warp for me to get to these first systems. So 6.5 minutes. Pace your runs and stuff. Have you promoted Sloan and put into use? No. So I suppose that's a good question. So I have Sloan. Yo, Ice Wolf, la! Nice to see ya. How are you? Hope you're very well. 23 rare officers to unlock. Yeah, I don't have any rares to unlock. I've got all the rares. The only epic I don't have unlocked, I don't have Sam Kirk, the new one. Because what I could do, I suppose, is I could unseat. Did you do any of the upgrade from tier 5 to tier 6 on your end? Yes, I did. I did the warp engine because I needed to. I can't remember what I needed it for. Oh, I needed it for silence because I've moved up. I've obviously migrated to a new currency on silent hostiles, and I needed the additional warp range. So I've done that, and then I did the shield because I was losing shield on these hostiles, and I did the hull, obviously for additional survivability. So I mean, I can do these now. I'm probably in a position where I can get this up to tier 6, and I'm thinking I might do it this weekend. I'm thinking I may do it this weekend purely because what it'll do for me is give me an additional below deck slot, which will allow me to run these 3 plus Harry Kim. I think will be a pretty monster below deck for my ND. Because obviously my ship ability not huge, but while we have morale, I get an extra 129% each round, which isn't huge. But obviously I'm going to get the additional isolytic damage as well from Captain Proton's phaser. Try swapping out Pike for Janeway. I've tried that reel, but like I say, we'll do a few of these runs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw as many warp speed. I've got a 500% warp speed exo, so I'll fire that in my alliance. What have I got in normal stuff? Just to try and speed up this time. 250%, let's do that. Right, so I've put 750% warp speed on. It took us down from 7 minutes down to 5 minutes, so it's a little bit quicker. But let's try this. Hi.
Hello.
Everybody say hello to BK. How nice is that? Welcome into the stage. Lovely to have you, buddy. Do you like my new buttons? Have you heard my new buttons?
Very good, very good.
Hey, BK.
Have you ever heard my buttons?
I don't think I have, to be honest.
Have you ever heard me talk like this? Have you ever heard me talk like this? This is so cool. Or
I can talk to you like this.
Attention, BK is here. He's here to talk to me and teach me how to work G6. Thank you very much. Clean up out 5. I could sit and play with this like... obviously, you know me very, very well. You know that I could just sit and play with this all the time.
I can talk to you like a robot.
I know. It's just nice when the odd sheep gets thrown in as well.
A wild BK has appeared. But I am tempted to get that 3rd fleet commander slot so that I can have... I was hoping that the pack might get better now I'm in G6.
Nope.
But that pack is utter crap, isn't it?
Pretty much everything fleet commander wise just stays the same. It doesn't really get any better.
Oh, does it not?
Nah.
Right. So I'm trying a run of a tier 1 because I want to test the efficiency of Nurse Chapel. So I've got a tier 1 Nurse Chapel, but I can promote her. So I want to Syndicate 40. Yeah, I'm miles away from that. I'm still like 471,000 away from 35. So I'm just going to take me so long to get to 40 that I think.
What does the calculator say?
Why would you do that? Let me check. Hang on. We can do that while my ship's warping back in a minute. Okay, so now I'm coming to this system because I don't want... What I want to be hitting for Klingon reputation is Romulans. But they're all battleships in these early systems. So I'm going against the triangle. Now, that can't be helpful, can it? So I'm thinking, let's go for Fed. At least then I know I am building Klingons, if not slower. But at least I'm neutral as opposed to going against the triangle. Is that a stupid theory, BK, or does that sound sensible?
Hang on, start that again. So which rep are you trying to build up?
Right, I want to get Klingons to 17, because that's where I've got the credits to build the Selkie. So I need to get 2 billion rep. Wait, about 1.3 billion rep for Klingons to get my Selkie. But to build Klingon faster, I need to be hitting ROMs. But the ROMs are battleships in the early systems, which I'm going against.
They're mainly battleships. They're not all battleships.
Right. Okay. So, is there a low? Because obviously, I haven't been anywhere but this system. Is there a system that I can reach in ROM space that has interceptors in? Like,
yeah, Gracia, the very first one.
You are taking that. You're joking, aren't you?
It should be battleships and interceptors. 60 to 62.
Crap. You see, I assumed. Oh, I bet that interceptor is a scout. I bet it's not interceptors.
Never assume. Makes an ass of you and me.
I am assuming because I bet. Well, do you know what? I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet that it's got that in it.
Hang on. It takes me like 1 minute 8 seconds to get this. So
yeah. Okay. Show off. Taking a piss. It's taking me 5 minutes just to get there. Use Voyager to explore. I know I should do. To be fair, my NX-01 is my new exploring boat. So, Silver.
Well, I did use Voyager, and even in the hazard systems, it doesn't really matter. It'll sort of last a couple of minutes, explode, but the repair's quite cheap, so not a bad shout. Although, yeah, you're right, NX-01 as well.
Yeah, me saying it is a scout in Gracia. Steve, thank you for finally joining us. After
I don't always trust STFC because there's a couple of systems that I've gone to where it's gone, yeah, there's battleships here. You go there, there's no battleships there.
Oh. So I need to check, but we might as well use what we have got. And let's see what is in.
Otherwise, there's the next one along. Badgera is only interceptors, apparently.
Badgera, and what warp is that? That's
to the right.
That's warp 900 as well, which is marvellous. Oh, Tavimo just gave us a little tip there. So if the system has scouts, the interceptor symbol will be first. If it's the only symbol, then it's interceptors and potentially scouts, I suppose, because obviously not all systems have scouts. Dinner and a show? Yeah. So we're going to go to Badgeria and we're going to check. Kim tier 5, Nurse tier 1, unless your base ISO is above about 8%. So my Kim is only tier 3, but I am working on it. Right, where is this hazard research? Is it in station?
Nope, combat.
And whereabouts is it? I'm assuming it's right.
Oh, keep going. Right, stop a second. No, stop. Oh wait, sorry, your screen's slow. Keep going.
Remember you behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Come on, BK.
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a chance.
Go on.
Right, okay. So you've got a lot of the hazard research around here. Some of it, like the survival cell containment, is applicable to everything. The adapting skin is for the Selkie only.
Right, hang on. Let me find where this starts. What do I need? What do I need?
Right, we'll go
so
left.
I need the Selkie to actually unlock it.
Yeah, to get the adapting skin, you need it. And then
Okay.
go left.
Yeah.
Because you've got the warp paths there. So Origin, Klingon, that's the end of that little section of the tree as well. So you've got these require the hazard materials to actually do.
So these.
So much like the trophies.
So this is similar to what was it called? The raw intelligence. This is like G6 intelligence type things. But so the new superhighways are 64. Yeah. So up 64 for superhighways. So that's.
They're also pretty rubbish.
Right. Okay. So what we're about.
I've done the Romulan one. It takes you to an independent system in the middle of nowhere that gives you nothing. The Klingon one is actually quite handy because it will take you to a level 70 system with some massive G6 nodes in it for crystal and gas.
Ah, right. Okay.
The Fed one I haven't done yet, but that seems to have about 3 different warp paths, and I'm not sure why yet. That's my next on my hit list.
That's what you're working on now. So because these aren't linked here, I don't need to do this crap, do I? Damage against Federation.
No, just ignore that. Ignore that. Click on the asteroid deflectors.
So it requires R&D 61, right? Okay, which I know that it needs. So my R&D 61, I need to get my trip volts up, and my trip volts cost that much in mats. I'm waiting for an auction for it. Okay,
Bring up your dailies.
Which ones? My actual dailies.
Yeah, your actual daily missions, so your hostile hitting and mining, etc.
Yeah, because I've seen that these have hazard stuff in, don't they?
Yeah, so click on those, as in the rewards. Yep. So this hazard particle is essentially what you'll be using for the research instead of the raw intelligence. So that little block, which starts off with the asteroid deflectors and ends with the superhighways, that all uses that currency. Now that is only obtainable from doing your dailies at this point. They don't sell packs for it.
And that's good. I like that.
Which is surprising and good.
Yeah, I like that. So I need to mine G6 in hazard system. So basically, I can't do that till I get a cell key because my G5 miner is only tier 5.
Yeah, it will just die really quickly, and you'd end up sending it like 12 times, and it gets super expensive, super slow. It's pointless.
So you're saying ignore the mining one to start with?
Yeah, mining in the hazard space until you've got some decent hazard research, it's pointless.
Okay, but these up here,
you can spend all day doing it.
These up here in hazard systems, can I reach hazard systems? And are the hostiles the same strength in hazard systems as they are in non-hazard systems?
They are, but what you need to do is tell you what, which one are you in at the moment?
So I'm in.
I tell you what, go to
Are you making me move again? I've only just got here.
No. Don't physically move the ship yet. What I'm going to tell you to do is get a separate ship and use NX-01.
Right, yeah.
Okay, and you're looking for the name of a system that I've forgotten how to spell. Where is it? Right, you're looking for Corfit.
Corfit.
QOR. It's not on there. You'd use the system finder.
Okay. QOR.
Is there a level requirement for the hazard killing? The hazards are all G6, so the level requirement is you've got to be in G6 to actually get access to that space first.
But I will show you again in a second, Mimi. Corfit, right. Yeah. So this is a Warp 900 system again.
Right. I was going to say, yeah, you can send it and have a look in there, but then click on the actual hazard icon itself. Just click, don't set course yet, click on the hazard icon. There you go.
Okay, talk me through this. What am I looking at here?
So this will actually tell you up front exactly what the damage is you'll face when you're in there, and obviously the type of hazard, so radiation in this case. And then when you start to get your resistance put in, it will tell you what the makeup is of the base hazard, and then any specific radiation resistance you've done. So if you've got 50% base hazard research, 50% radiation, your total will be 100%. You will be safe in that system.
Right. So talk me through the different types of hazard then. So there's radiation.
Yeah, radiation, ion storms, asteroids, and the nameless horror.
Oh wow! So there's 4 different hazards.
Yeah, the nameless horror doesn't really have. I don't think anyway. I don't think it's got a type of resistance research. It is just base will work against it, but there's no specific for the nameless horror.
Okay, so basically, with no resistance, I can last 5.
Sorry, it's just that Steve thing.
That's our Steve, so ignore him.
Yeah.
That's our Steve, so ignore him.
Oh, I'm not ignoring that. It's hilarious.
So basically, with no research, I can last 500 seconds with any ship in this system.
Yeah. Send a ship, find out.
1%.
That's what I was like. Send the NX-01. Send something that's cheap to repair.
Okay, all right, we'll send that, and that's 6 minutes worth. But now I want to see how I do against these 61s, and I want to see if I can kill. Because I could kill. Right, we killed one. Let's see how much damage we take from this. Oh God, it took like it took like 40% off me. Jesus Christ! I might have to tear up Chapel and test it, because that's basically all I can do to improve this. Oh God, I got through that with the skin of my teeth. I will show you in a second, Zendia, because it won't be long to. So I can kill 2 of these. Shh, in the bed. So that would mean that I would need to do, with this current setup, I would need to do 25 runs to do my 50. Because if I can only just half kill a 51, a 61, a 62 is just going to obliterate me. So 61s are 4.2 billion, and they're 5.2 billion. Okay, so let's just die to this 60. So as I said, I've been told tier 10 G5 epic to be able to do dailies easily. What's your Rotty at now? It's like tier 9, isn't it?
It's tier 9, yeah. I had
Yeah.
to think about that. My returns tier 9, op 64, and I can hit 64 and 65s without dying.
Mm-hmm.
I generally will use 1 Titan hit and then 2 Cerritos for my dailies, which is fine because that's less than what I get back in the actual pulls from the your daily reward.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was always the rule of thumb when G6 came out between higher tiers was that as long as you had a minimum tier 8 epic, you should be fine. But that was on the sort of condition that you had some really, really decent combat research done.
Yeah, and things like
Which
FTs
is,
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean the Forbidden Tech helps a lot. I mean, what's my
Oh, I looked at it yesterday on that retiring. That is it. It's not dual generators, is it? It's
dual photons.
Oh, it is dual photons. You've got
yeah,
that
the
pretty
dual
much
photons.
maxed, haven't you?
Well, tier 10, level 48. I can't get it any higher until I get my rating up. But even then, the chance is success rate is really low.
Yeah. So Mimi, because 61s only count as 1 point. So I killed 2. Look, it's when you go above 61. So if I go to 62, then I would be getting 3 points towards my dailies.
Yep.
So I'd basically, if I wanted to do this big daily, which I'm not going to bother, I'll definitely do the small one. For well, I don't really know why. Don't really seem worth it. I think I'd be.
You will want to do them eventually.
For half an hour's worth of speed ups. Is that worth it?
It's not the speed ups; it's the ship parts.
Okay. So, but if I can go to a hazard system and kill 2 61s in a run quickly, then I should be trying to do this small. I should be trying to do this. I should really be doing the hazard harbinger, shouldn't I? I should be trying to do 20, but that's like 10 runs a day. So that's going to cost me 120 billion a day.
The hazard harbinger is about the one that I don't actually do.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but the normal killings for the 50 points that needs to be done.
But that
Ship parts are ship parts for G6 are so scarce until you can actually get to the levels where you to the systems where you can actually mine the broken parts.
What sort of warp does that start then to be able to mine the parts?
Oh, I can't remember. It's might be 1400.
All right, okay.
Let me just have a look.
Right, so we're gonna tear up Chapel.
Oh, there we go. What's that one? That one is.
Let's see if she makes much of a difference.
Nope, I lie. It's 1100.
Ah, so not ridiculous then.
Well, it's not, but you still need a G6 miner to reach, and my Selkie can't get there because my Selkie's only 1077.
1950 is the highest G6 system that at first glance, Steve. 1950. And we'll see how long it takes me to get to Syndicate 40 to see if it's worth me getting that Sloan spot. Because we've got 5 minutes to get up there.
It's worth getting Sloan.
I've got Sloan. I just want to see if it's worth me doing it.
Check on your NX01 because you sent it to a hazard system.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, it's flashing red.
Yeah.
Oh, I quite like that. I knew it was dying. I knew it would... Oh. Is there some OC in here? No. I wanted to kill I wanted to kill Haylander's Selkie, but it's a bit bigger than my NX.
No. Actually, while you're here, click on the information.
Yeah.
No. The I for information. Oh, yeah, sorry. Delay.
Come on.
Right. When you look at this, you will not be able to see anyone else's hazard research that they've done, which is annoying.
So it just shows a 0%, right?
Yeah.
Got you.
I mean,
But
doesn't count for a lot of people that I meet in here now because they generally have well above 100. But to begin with, there was quite a few people that didn't, and then you were sort of trying to work out how long they were going to last.
Got you. Ooh, Rost. Ugh. 3 billion for a 62. What a crap mission.
The rewards are rubbish. It's not until you get to like level 66, 67 rewards they actually start giving you decent amounts of proper sig par. And by that I mean like 21k.
But that's not bad, is it? And I quite like this little graphic down here of it dying. I think it looks cool.
You should find a nameless horror system and have a look in there.
But I think the systems look epic as well. The artwork on these systems are stunning.
Oh yeah, that's why you need to find a nameless horror one.
Can I reach it with my thing?
You-
Nameless horror. Yeah.
Phrasing.
Yeah. I found one. I'm a minute and 32 away. Iron Chef, thank you so much for the bits. Aloha to you. Welcome on in, buddy. We are exploring the world of G6. We were talking about this with Iron Chef yesterday. Have you pushed the button yet?
Back to Syndicate.
Sorry. It's a good job you're here. Mantis tier 2. I've got that. My Bajoran reputation. I don't buy it from Bajoran, so that doesn't matter. Stone of Memory is at
But
tier
you don't
1.
have to buy it from Bajoran.
No, Syndicate 31, sorry. I meant to say. I knew what I was talking about.
Syndicate 31?
Section 31. Stop correcting me. Ops range 61 to 70. Well, that's nice. My current towards my thingy one 471310. Yeah, I'm a year away.
Hang on, how many did you get a day?
I'm saying from 34 to 40. So I get about 6.5k from my Mantis. Yeah, 6,600 from my Mantis, 1,200 from that new artifact, the Stone of Memory, 750 from this, from just a normal base pull.
Right.
I think for me to upgrade that to 400% more, I think that's only G6 materials, and I can do all the G6 primes now. Oh yeah, look! It's got a big creature in it. Oh, it's got creature. Yep. Oh, look how cool they are. Ice Wolf, you like the artwork in that other one. How awesome is this?
Well, those are the nameless horrors.
Oh, they are creepy, aren't they? They are so creepy. I read this wrong, the cultist station. I totally misread that as I glanced over it.
That's because we hang around with Stewie too much.
I know. As I glanced over it, the cultist station. Oh god, yeah, they've done so well with that. I'm nearly dead. Is there any more that I can check out? Come on, be quick.
Well, the whole point is just to go exploring at this stage.
Nameless horror. I need to be quick before I die. Asteroid field. You go there, but we'll be dead very quickly. Okay. Right, our ship's back in. So this is now with a tier 2 chapel. Let's see if tier 2 makes any difference whatsoever. Obviously we killed it. I know it's only a small... Oh, look at that. That did make... Now, obviously, there could be a bit of RNG in there. But if we look at my first kill last time, how much hull out... So I was left with 312 million hull first time.
How many rounds?
Yeah, good point. And that was 5 rounds. With a tier 2 chapel. It was still 5 rounds. But we're down to 455 million. So let's just see if that was a fluke. Because if we've managed to get this to the point where I can get 4 or 5, Chapel has made a humongous difference. But let's just make... But it could have just been RNG. Tattooed right now. Welcome in. Oh, yeah. I think we just got lucky on that first one with RNG. 5 rounds. Yeah, we need to look at Sloan and see what Sloan can do. What I'm going to do first, though, because I haven't bought many Sloan skill points. But Tattooed right now, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in, buddy. Well, let's look in this system quick. We ain't got long. We've only got seconds. Oh, look at the asteroid systems. Ice Wolf, don't miss this one. How awesome is that? Honestly, they have nailed...
Oh, wow.
They have nailed art, haven't they? Oh, look
at these are really, really good. The only time that you don't like them is when you're doing missions. And you get to a mission point, and then it's like, I'm going to regale you with my entire life story. And you're like, skip, I'm dying!
There you go. Top tip, people. Read missions on stfc.space. If you're interested in missions, do not read them during the game. Lirakta. So if I call you Lyra, yes, I remember that. And let's watch my ship die to this hazard. Oh,
that's a good point, actually, because then when it dies, you'll get a little inbox notification.
Oh, and they've even got different background.
Sorry, forgotten sex. Just but these new systems looks amazing. Why have they not improved the G5 ship models? There's a lot of ship models that need improving.
G6 aren't any better.
Nope.
Yeah, apparently G5 don't spend enough. Right, let me send this back. So, what I'm going to try doing then, who are we going to take out? Should we unslot Spock for now and throw Sloan in? Because we want Kirk. Spock doesn't have anything, does he, that we're using?
Well, I assume you're using Kirk for the warp increase.
Yes.
Warp range increase.
Yeah. So let's oi Spock out of his chair. The first time I've ever unseated anybody. Let's throw Sloan in. Let's confirm that. Right, and let's see what we can do with Sloan. So I've done his reputation boost. Where is my isolytic do for me whatnot? Because I've done nothing with him because I had no...
Left. No, first column tactician and then one below that.
Tactician.
I think it's one below that.
Okay. Isolytic. That's max
Yeah.
cargo.
Tactician. No, one next to that.
Got it. Isolytic intel. So commander rank level 5. Right, let's just see.
On that same row, under mechanic, is where you've got your discount for your catalytic. I was going to say catalytic converters. The forbidden tech catalyst.
Catholic. I'm gonna call them that from now on. My Silver's called the facade, the facade once, and that stuck. So I call it the facade.
Well, fair enough. I mean,
Right, we need to upgrade this stuff.
Ah.
Right, let me bump up this little badger and let's see how high we can get him.
you can't get him to level 100. It means you haven't been doing enough pulls.
I've done it, but oh no. Oh.
Yeah, you can't fast track this. It's really slow.
Somebody tell a story. Just for you, Samo, because you did help me. I will throw my NX01 back out. Oh, I forgot to send me bloody shit. Oh, it's because we were prattling about with Sloan. So, anything else, BK, you think we should do with Sloan? Thank you, Moopsy. Anything else you think we need to do with Sloan? Shake those bitches. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum.
I mean, you've got some more mitigation you can do in there, but
Base mitigation. So is 140% mitigation going to do anything for me, really? There's a shield health one. Increase shield health points. And am I losing shield to these hostiles? Let me have a quick look.
which one were you looking at? Hang on, for the mitigation, were you looking at the deep cover?
Yeah, we are losing shields, so that could be good. Thank you for the... Oh, hype train's close. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to kick it off. Thank you. Proto-matter efficiency. Yeah, I'm thinking purely just to kill some more G6 hostiles. That's our goal. Our goal is to try and get to 5. I want to try and get to 5. We've got from 2 to 3. So I want to see if we can get anywhere near 5. So I'm going to do shield. I think that seems... Because it's always on as well. So I may as well do it. I just need to remember now that if I don't buy that other fleet commander slot, that I need to change back to Spock before I upgrade anything. Right, shield. So that's another 280% shield. Anything else we need to do?
Did you look at the deep cover under escapist?
Deep cover.
Third, under escapist, third one down.
Yeah. Increase all base mitigation stats for explorers. Okay. And are they decent? So I'm going to be able to get to 200%. Okay. Might as well do it.
That's about the only other one I can think of for Sloan.
And then I've got just a standard mitigation for everyone.
Oh, there's critical chance as well.
Okay, we'll do it. Right, we'll select that. Get that on for explorers. Do this mitigation. Can anybody remember what power my ship was before we started doing all this? Why are Gorn giving such little loot? Because if you're hitting quite low down, it does scale heavily depending on if you're hitting with your level. If you're hitting with your level. If you're hitting below, you will see it'll feel very painful. Increase all weapon damage for all shit. Ugh, I hate damage ones. Oh, but I can get up to 640%. See, that's not insignificant, is it? 640%.
No, it's not bad.
Christ on.
Sounds nice to me.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad, does it? And it's always on. So how good is Sloan? Anybody who's not getting Sloan from Section 31 store, you need to look at this guy. This guy is... Oh, so I'm stuck now. So I've got a 335% boost because I'm stuck because I'm gated by my cost efficiency of Rhodinium, which you was talking about. Loot received from Dominion solo armor. I don't need to worry about that.
What is your command center at?
Command center is currently at 45. And that's pure free to play as well. I've never spent anything on that. So I'm on 45.
Nice.
but I'm a long way off 50. Reduces the number of rounds needed to charge weapons when attacking a station if you're... garbage. Increases combat scavenger ability. Is that the amalgam? Oh, that's quite significant. Oh, for incursions, that's quite big. Crit chance. Where's crit chance?
Up one.
Is that in here? Increase.
No, it was under. Yeah, tactician. Sorry.
Remember.
I know.
Increase base crit chance against non-armada hostiles. Increase base crit chance against armadas. Increase crit chance against group. Right. So we want to do the hostiles one. Let's see how far we can get. Armada is useless. Yeah. Let's get this up here. Let's see if we can get this up to. We can. So we've got that up to 14. That's nice. Then we'll select that. So we've got an extra 8% crit chance, which is nice. Why aren't you waiting for an FC spell? Because I need it now, Max, is the honest answer. I need to try and make my life easier. So I'm doing everything I can.
And there's never any guarantee that there's ever going to be another Fleet Commander event. I mean, there's so few and far between now. Do you really want to lose out on potentially months of these benefits on the off chance you might get a placement for a little bit of reward if another event happens?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, at this point...
Oh, there's going to be one tomorrow after what?
There will
Well,
now.
now there
There will
is.
now.
There is.
Yeah. Do anybody else
And-
spend on
and-
this stuff? Absolutely. Do anybody else do it? Piercing stats. Do I need that? What am I going to be able to get that to? Piercing stat. 150%. No, I'm not spending on that. Like garbage. Utter gash that. Increase the chance of hiding reports when cloaked. No, not doing that. Pants. What? Was there something else that you told me to do that I've ignored? Forbidden tech. I will do that, but I'm not doing it tonight because that's not going to help me now. All £3.90. You will.
No, the only one.
Oh.
The only other one was the cosmic particles, but you need 50 for that. So.
Will. Right. Joking. So Sloan and Kirk, and then we're going to go out and we're going to see what impact this has. Oh wow! So I've put about 23 million power on my ship. That's not awful, is it? 23 million power on my ship. Let's go back to the Badgeria. Oh, crap name. Let's go back to the Badgeria. 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 Badgeria.
Don't hurt yourself.
No. I was struggling there when I...
Yeah.
Where was them systems that I was looking in earlier? Ah, cough. Oh, perfect. I'll show you this one first. So this is a radiation system. It takes me 8 minutes to get there. Jesus.
By the way, BeardedKirk, it's nice to meet you. Hello.
And you too, Samo. Hello.
I assume that you are a experienced 60s veteran to
Something like that.
something like that.
Silver.
Yeah, something
don't
like
be mean. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is in my alliance. We've played. Christ Almighty, what we've played together for now? 4 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
4 years.
You
we've
put
played
up with
together.
him this long, huh?
And
Yep,
honestly,
I have.
it's probably not unrealistic to say that we've probably spoke to each other every day for the last 4 years.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's probably
Oh,
not,
that's depressing.
I know that is probably not unrealistic.
There are 2 points of view.
Yeah, and I've probably, I was going to say I've probably done Stewie for 4.5 years, but that wouldn't have sounded right either. But
We're tired. What can I say?
the varies here, honestly, the variation here was insane. So the first one we took a moderate amount of damage. The second one we got pummeled, and then the third one we hardly took any. So it's very, very varied. But it hasn't taken that particular run because we got hammered in that second battle. It didn't take us up to any more hostiles. Right, but we'll head back and go do it. Anything else you think we can do with crewing other than Pike Road data? Is there anything else you think we could try after this run, BK? Anything else that you found effective? Or is that still what you use?
That's usually my default. Yeah, Pipe Road data is my default. I mean, I don't really go for anything else.
Okay, no. And you're... Oh, I got a 15-minute speed up from a thingy chest. And 5-star uncommon resources from a hostile chest.
There are actually some quite good drops. I've got at least 2 Minerva blueprints dropped as well.
Oh, really? For all hostile grinding, I think that is what it uses for all G6 stuff. But even for G5 stuff, it's all great for there. It's all really good. Yo, Wise Dragon, how are you, buddy?
Oh, yeah. No, Kyla, Pipe Road data for G6, but because I use the Rataran, that means for everything else, I pretty much go with Enterprise, Picard data, and 5 purely because I want the loot and the XP and the rep and all the rest of it. So
yeah. It doesn't work on XP.
I go the lazy route.
Yeah.
Loot does not include ship XP.
No, rep
Wait,
though,
so
doesn't it?
the doctor
Rep, yeah.
does not work. The doctor does not work for ship XP.
No, Doctor,
None of the
5,
loot
Picard,
officers
none
do.
of the loot officers. It's not
Okay, yeah.
Unless they
Hazard
specifically
system, noob hazard system.
mention ship XP, such as Pike.
Look at this hazard system.
Yeah, and then like Darwin and Hadley and them.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
so this is, I think, this looks glorious, but I think this is the most boring hazard system, Samo. But how beautiful is that?
I mean, I'm loving it.
But I think this is the
Orange
most
being
boring.
my favorite color.
Yeah. But I think that's
Those
the
kind
most...
of swirling sun things.
But wait
Okay.
till you see these next two.
Ooh,
These next two.
hit me with your best shot.
Me, baby, one more time.
TX guy wants to know that when you're in.
Look at these things in here. This is the second one,
Whoa,
Samo.
what the heck are those?
I know. So these are, what are these called again? These are called nameless horrors. This is the nameless horror systems. But look, watch their eyes. How creepy is that?
What?
Oh, that's so cool, aren't they?
They're always watching you.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Is that the-
Holy moly. I've definitely never seen that before.
No, and I'll show you these ones.
That is so flippin'
What's the
cool.
fourth one called, BK, that we haven't looked at yet?
The Ion Storm.
Ion Storm. That's an asteroid field.
Holy!
Asteroid systems. How cool are that?
I mean, that could get really boggling for the eyeballs and brain, though, after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I
But
hope they have
for 10
warnings
seconds.
somewhere for, you know.
But for 10 seconds, it's okay. But
Yeah.
look, even like
Fireworks!
if you look behind my ship, though, all three systems have got a different animation for the hazard to show that you're in it.
Wow, yeah.
So
was wild.
they've done so well graphically with that. I'm going to pull that back now. They've done so well graphically with it. Bukakis, no, Roku. I can't believe you made me say it. Let me try. Do we try and kill a 52? A 662? BK, shout at me for trying that. Oh, we killed one. I bet we can only do one, though. Oh, hell. So if we can do but if we can do a 62 and a 61, if we can do a 62 and a 61, then we're going to get the equivalent of 4 kills. Whereas killing 361s, we're only getting the equivalent of 3 kills. So, yeah. So technically, that's the right way for me to go, isn't it? I'm going to get more points killing a 62 than a 61 per run, which is still painful at 12.5 billion titanium a repair. When the chair is red in the FC tab, does that mean I need to reset? Does the red chair indicate that the FC is off duty? No, so if the chair is red, this one, it basically means that's the button that you press to unseat it. So if you wanted to take Kirk off, you would use that button and you can then take Kirk off. Yeah? But once you add somebody back in, and apart from Janeway, I don't know why they did this, but all fleet commanders barring Janeway, you have to wait 6 hours after putting them on before you can take them off again. Right, research, combat. Over to the grayed out bits. So this is where we was starting here. Asteroid deflectors.
Yeah, so that first block is all to do with the hazard stuff. The adapting skin is when you get the cell key. The 3 there for the Federation Ion, Storm Protection, Romulan Radiation, and the Klingon Asteroids, those are all tied to the G6 uncommon ships.
Oh, wow.
So the asteroid one, obviously, that will apply to all Klingon ships, but you need the Negvar. You need to tier up the Negvar to then progress that.
And is it like...
Oh, and they use faction credits as their research currency.
Really? And is it like... Is it 1 tier per tier? Is it tier for tier? Or is it...
No.
Or is it... But do you have to get it to, like, say, tier 4 to get to level 7 or something like that? Is it gated like that? Or is it just unlock it, you can do all 10 levels?
No, it is tiered, but it's not tier for tier. I can't remember.
And then this is just the... This is the start of the real G6 tree. So once we get to 61 R&D, this is where this actually starts the proper G6 combat research.
And that one does actually require 5-star Explorer vulnerability. So...
Okay. You need Warp 900, Delhi. Correct me if I'm wrong, to start mining G6. What's the lowest material space with G6 in? Is it 900?
Yes.
So, like... That's got the lithium in it.
It's independent. Core fit is the lowest, but that's a hazard system.
Alright, so is there a non-hazard system with materials in?
Not 900, I think.
Right. So you're going to be repairing that a hell of a long time. But a tier 7 Vrax, you need Warp 900. 900 is like the gateway to G6.
Click around there, because I think one of the... Oh, no, you won't have explored all of those.
I did have one with it in, but like this one, there's like these. This doesn't have any hazards in. So Jaiku. But I don't know if that's got any nodes in it.
Go back to Badger. I was going to call it Badger. Go back to Badger, where you're sending your ship.
Yep.
And don't click into it, but look at the one above it, which is Colonor.
Okay.
When you get there, that's got G6 ore.
Okay, I'll send Voyager there because it's the quickest. And we'll have a quick like gander in there.
I have a tier 7 Vrax. Can I mine G6 with it? You can. You can mine the materials, so you can mine ore, gas, and crystal. What you cannot mine will be anything else. So the pastille, the lithium, the tritanium, and the ship parts. You need a G6 ship for those. G5 will not work. But yeah, tier 7 is what I've got all 3 of my G5 miners at, and they can reach still gas or in non-hazard systems, so that's fine.
Right.
Sorry, if you go back into your combat research as well, there's another section.
So to break this down, Ion Storms this starts, but I need to start getting my particles, and again we need 61, and this is all done from Dailies. This part here is all about your ships. So adapting skin for the cell key, then we've got all the faction ships. Starting here is where the actual, what I'm going to consider normal G6 research starts, again needing to get to R&D 61. And
that will take normal materials, so the past, then crystal, blah, blah, blah. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Right, that last set of 9.
Oh, wow. So these are rep-based, increasing hull health of all Klingon ships. Asteroid field resistance for Klingon ships. Oh, wow. So there is some resistance research in up there as well.
Yep.
And then Blood Oath. Increase base damage of Klingon ships again. Yeah, I'm not super, unless it's great percentage. Up to 1,000%. But Christ Almighty, how long is it going to take to get to level 2? You mine parts, yeah. So you can mine raw parts and then refine them into normal parts. And parts, according to BK, feel a lot more like G4 than they did G5. Would that be accurate?
In what way?
That they are a really big bottleneck.
Oh god, they're such a pain.
Because like in G5, it still to now hasn't felt that bad.
No, I think the G6 parts were designed with the assumption that everyone would have the 10 tier prime maxed.
Got ya.
So if you don't have them, it's a nightmare. I haven't finished. I'm only on 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
But even the Negvar's still only tier 3. The last component I need that takes uncommon ship parts is 10,000 ship parts. I'm on just under 10,000, and it's taken me a little while to get to that point.
Yeah. And they require dolomite. So going back to dolomite particles, and when you get into the 60s in the faction store, this was pointed out the other day. I don't think I'll be able to open it because I think mine's on cooldown. But you now have in the Xborg store, you have these G6 mega chests and the G4 mega chests.
Because the G5 is missing and still being worked on.
Yeah, the G5 is coming back. I know that is coming back, but I don't know when. But these pay significantly more dolomite than, like, for example, what you get through Section 31. So you get obviously 10 a day through Section 31, but like the G6 one from memory pays 40 every 3 days, and the G4 mega chest pays 20 or 30.
20.
So it's 20, 30, 40.
It's 20.
20, 30,
Yep.
40. G4, G5,
So 90
G6.
every 4 days.
So 90 for so 100. So you think when you need 1200, that's actually not. It's speeding up your progression in the dolomite researches quite considerably, really. But right, let's see. So we've managed to get our ship up to 748 million tonight, and I'm finding that if I kill, let's do a run of 61s again. Let's see if we can get up to that magic 4 with all the little bits and tweaks that we've done. We started off at 2. We want to see if we can get to 4. See, the first shot always does really well. the first hit always does well. And then this second one, I bet it takes me down to like 20% hull based on the last one.
What's your cloaking research like? Not that you've got the cloak for this yet, but
that one did good as well. My cloaking research was average because I haven't had a cloaked ship since the Augur. So that's how long ago it was, because I didn't care about it. But we are now able to kill 461s, which I'm quite pleased about. We may squeeze a 5th out of this. 12, yeah. So the parts mining is much further in warp than the rest of the stuff. It is a bit further in. They're not at 900, and 1200 probably seems about right for the first systems for them. Oh, we did it. We killed 5. I think that's a right result. I mean, don't get me wrong. I say we killed 5. We just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just killed 5, and we've got 3 million hull left.
skin of your teeth.
We just squeaked through there, but we did it. How good was that? Go.
Have you seen that some of the buildings actually change and get additional abilities at 60 as well, like the refinery? Or 61, sorry.
I haven't. But
So
I don't think I'll be able to see it, because I think it'll tell me to upgrade it before I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
So can you send me a screenshot of what yours does, and I can pull it up? So what building are we looking at here?
It's the refinery.
Wow. So
Probably should have put that in the screenshot.
No, it's fine. So the refinery, obviously, all the way up to, if you go into the details menu, all the way up to level 60, it doesn't. You can see it doesn't actually have any bonuses attributed to it. All upgrading the refinery does is get you progression towards your next ops when it's a necessity. Thank you, K-Han Tooth. We've explored it quite heavy tonight. I'm loving it. And the only thing it does is it changes ever so slightly the percentages of what you get from the refinery. So what I mean by that is, at the moment, if you go into G5 Crystal, for example, the odds of getting 270 rare as opposed to 55 rare will be lower the lower your level of your refinery. So the higher level of your refinery, the higher the odds are of you pulling the big pulls compared to the smaller pulls. That's all it does. That's it. Whereas now, as BK's screenshot showing us, the refinery now adds additional bonuses, building material cost efficiency, so making the cost of your buildings cheaper for materials, gas, ore and crystal, and research material cost efficiency, same materials, so gas, crystal and ore, making it cheaper for research as well. So, and now an absolutely great benefit to upgrading your refinery. Yes, they're not huge percentages, but the old OG buildings were utterly useless before, and this is adding some sort of efficiency. That's really, really good to know, BK, and we'll be able to have a playthrough, see what some of the other bonuses and things are as we progress through ops level. Well, I told you it was going to be a long one, and it was indeed well over an hour and 5 minutes there. But I hope that gave you a really good breakdown on some really interesting stuff into G6. So in the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks since that video was recorded, I want to give you a quick progress update as to where I'm at. I've been able to get my Enterprise D with the resources and materials that have been provided within the game. I've been able to get my Enterprise pretty high tier. I've been able to get it up to tier 8 now, and it's got a couple of components towards tier 9, so I'm really pleased with that. I've not done a great deal in terms of the hazard research. I've done a couple, and I'm still not doing my mining daily, just to give you that briefly for the hazards. So I'm literally just doing the combat dailies for both the hostiles and for the hazard hostiles as well. But you may have seen that we was rejoicing able to get up to being able to kill 5 level 61 hostiles, and that was amazing. This jump that I've been able to do, I mean, you've just seen how easily there I took out a 62 hostile, took away probably what, about 7-8% worth of my hull. I'm able to, I don't want to say grind, because I don't think being able to kill a few hostiles is considered grinding, but if I just stick to 61s and 62s, I've not done any of my dailies today, so I'm going to finish this run and I'm going to show you exactly where I managed to get to in relation to one hull on my brand new Enterprise D tier 8. So we have now died, and just really quick to give you an update on this, what did we manage to do? We managed to kill 12 hostiles. 12 hostiles in that one run, and 6 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those were level 62s. That's going to give us massive progress towards our dailies. So that's managed to smash the small daily for both my Federation and Klingon, which I am now deciding to dual reputation grind, by the way, and I'm not finding it too much of a challenge. How that continues, keep your eye on the content to see if that's something that I decide to maintain. In terms of the big daily, because I was killing the 62s, and remember, anything above 61, you get 2 bonus points for killing that hostile. So a level 62 hostile gives you 3 points towards your large dailies. So Hostile Harbinger, and then the large Federation and Klingon dailies. You can see I near as damn it there managed to do half of my daily runs there, half of my daily kills, sorry, on one run. So literally, it's going to take me 2 runs, potentially a 3rd run just to mop up, but that's going to take me 1 or 2 hostiles to be able to do. Really pleased with that. In terms of if you want to see anything about mining, let me know down in the comments below. If you want to see a mining video specific to G6, I know we've covered it in these intro videos, but just to see how dynamic the Selkie can be for mining other things like hydrogen and stuff, it's so good. And I want to say something else, titanium. Titanium is a huge bottleneck. I'm sat at the moment on 466 billion in raw, which isn't a great deal at all. I'm aware of that, and I'm sat on less than 1 trillion in tokens as well, because these upgrades are so expensive on the Enterprise D. And so to mitigate that a little bit, I'm actually using the Sigma resources tabs, and I'm trading down from Sigma resources into standard resources just to try and get a bulk. And obviously your Monavine is so important as well. Other huge takeaway for me was Fleet Commander Sloan, which we did showcase in this video. Fleet Commander Sloan, I'm telling you now, he is an absolute game changer and so essential when we're looking at G6 content. Thank you so much. If you've managed to get through all 3 parts of this intro to G6 series, thank you so much for the support. Drop any comments down below, give me any feedback or anything like that on Discord. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, anything that you want breaking down even more, any other videos that you want in shorter format with a little bit more detail, let me know. Do you know what I mean? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to do that. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you found it useful. And remember, guys, everything is better with lube. Take care and have an absolutely wonderful day. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.